Because I do like, you know, the only reason why I watch these videos from Fader, at least, my policy is that if you don't like someone, just don't watch or follow them or leave them be. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's usually my pet peeve. If you don't like a certain content creator or somebody of their personal opinion, just block them and move on. That's pretty much it. Also, the reason, okay, so number one reason why I watch these specific, this specific content creator is because number one is to show people that all women, well, at least like, you know, not the older ones anyways, but the younger women, they all have a specific mindset, right? But not every one of them, right? A specific subgroup category of girls are like this. Nah, I can fix them. I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't know about that one. But we'll see. We'll see.
You might be familiar.
Let's see if you're correct, if you can fix this person. Let's put it into let's put it in a gambling bet right here, Dubstep, all right?
Here with this infamous girl in this cursed picture. After all, she went viral in 2024 for supposedly Asian fishing. Now, personally, I don't see it. I mean, to me, that does not look like Asian fishing at all. As a matter of fact, it looks more like alien fishing, if anything. And I'd even go as far as to say that anyone who says that she looks Asian and is Asian fishing might be racist. Because what the fuck is this, bro? But today
Wait, what's Asian fishing? I've never heard of that word. I feel like I learn new words like every day. What is Asian fishing? What is this? What is Asian fishing and why is it problematic? The emergence of makeup and beauty trends that imitates Asian features has sparked a discussion about harmful effects of stereotypes. Asian fishing is an act of using makeup, clothing, hairstyles, or even stereotypes to appear Asian. Is an issue that has come to forefront in the recent years. Eh? The term coined, that's why. It came from TikTok. That's the reason why. It's because it came from TikTok. Now everything makes sense now. See, this is the reason why I don't go on TikTok. People have been discussing it more ever since, although people are just starting to use the term Asian fishing. The act of fetishizing and sexualizing Asian women has a long history. Edit their photos to make... Wait. Edit their photos to make their faces featured pass as East Asian, dressed in a stereotypical Asian girl costume. Some examples are anime girl costumes, game girl costume. Are you talking about like gamer girl costumes? But isn't that like e-girl? Isn't that like e-girl costumes? Ko is Asian fishing. Your mom is Asian fishing. She told me she was a 7-foot Asian Amazonian woman, but she lied to me. Asian school uniforms? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's just misidentifying, I guess. I guess you learn something new every day, I guess, you know? I never even knew that was a thing, to be honest.
Talking about a terminally online, mentally unstable girl who literally started...
Whoa, go back! Go back! Go, wait!
The fuck is this, bro? But today we're talking about a terminally online, mentally un...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna do something here. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Look what I can do, chat. Watch. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. See, watch. I can make a heart right here. Look at this. Look at this. I can actually literally make a heart right there. Look, see, you just connect this here, you know, and you just connect this here. Watch, look, you can play connect the dot right there. I can make a heart out of this. Wow, that's crazy. You know that? Look at that. Wow. Oh, don't worry. Those are the wings. Look, see? So you just go, you do this, right? And then you do this. See? These are just the wings, you know? You just do this, and then you do this, see? That's the heart, see? And that's the wing, see? And then you make a circle face here. Make a circle face here. And then you make a smiley face right there. See? Look at that. See? See? Told you. Look, see? See? Look at this. That's where it's at, you know?
He's a hacker. He's a Chinese hacker.
Look, you guys like my artwork? You like my connected dot artwork by any chance, chat? Look at this.
You have.
Look, see? Look. It's a happy face. It's a heart with a with little wings, you know? See, I told you.
No.
You guys like my artwork, chat? You guys like my artwork, chat? You guys like it? Oh my lord, hun, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Not every single Asian person wears piercings, okay? They all don't wear piercings, all right? I'm just saying. But that's just me anyways.
Unstable girl who literally started an OF 20 minutes after turning 18. Now, I don't care who you is. If you're a normal human being who's not a—
Wait, so she made an OnlyFans 20 minutes after she turned 18 and this is what she looks like? Why is like barely any people questioning that Ray Sickndpretty just turned 18 yesterday and already has an Fansly account and selling?
20 minutes after turning 18. Now, I don't care who you—
Ew. If you find this attractive, I question like your taste in women. I'm just saying, you know.
who you is. If you're a normal human being who's not a gooner and who's not one day away from goonicide, like this guy, well, I think we can all agree that a teenager starting an OF minutes after turning 18 is sad. It's deplorable and disgusting. And here's the thing, guys. I don't know about you, but to me, it's like, you didn't even give life a chance. You didn't even, like, try to go to university.
Ooh, God. God, that looks creepy. I don't know about that, chat. I wouldn't like to wake up in the middle of the night and she's standing at the edge of my bed. I'm just saying, can still fix her? I don't know about that, Chief.
Try to make a career out of something legit before telling yourself, minutes after turning 18, that, you know what? I'm gonna start selling my—
Well, a lot of piercings equal red flags. It's okay if you have like maybe like 1 or 2 piercings, but if you have like a buttload of piercings on your face, there's something wrong with you. I'm just gonna say this one thing real quick, all right? If I ever see somebody that I know, right? If they have a lot of piercings on their face, I just kind of want to bring a magnet and I just kind of want to put it next to their face, and I want to see if the magnet will slap them across the face with the magnet, you know?
Cheeks. I'm gonna start making sus content. Make no mistake, nobody should be celebrating a teenager turning 18 and instantly launching an OF. Unless you're a 40-year-old pedophile Chris Tyson supporter. But don't take it from me, guys. Take it from this guy.
What do you mean?
This guy who
What do
goes
you
by the name
mean?
Vampire Daddy Evil, just by his username
Is that The Rock?
alone, you can already tell that he's got at least 50 mental disorders. But Vampire Daddy over here, who clearly looks like he's pushing 30 or 40, is, believe it or not, a huge supporter of that teenager e-girl. And I really hate the fact that I'm describing this girl as a teenager e-girl, because those two words should never be next to each other, but that's what people on the internet describe her as. But this guy is such a supporter of this girl that he's literally taking his time editing TikTok videos, cropping pictures of this teenager, of this 18-year-old girl in his videos, and where he's saying stuff like, "Leave my kid alone." Is that normal behavior?
Oh my. Oh no. Oh no.
For someone who's pushing 30 years old? I don't think so. Don't get it twisted. This weirdo was making those sus videos months before she turned 18, calling her a kitten. But that's not even the creepiest part. If you look at this guy's TikTok reposts, he's literally seen reposting sus weird videos such as, I love H-Plank with my BF. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But I'll tell you what.
Oh, age playing is a that's a fetish. It's a fetish where, like, you know, usually the girl would act younger age or so for their significant other. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird, you know.
But though, when you're literally seen stalking a 16-year-old girl months before she turned 18 and posting weird videos where you're taking your time editing crop pictures of her, well, that doesn't sound like H-Blank to me. That sounds like H-Pretty. But this is not—
it's just, I like to inform my audiences of what age playing is. It's not what you think it is, right? It's just literally like two consenting adults where, unfortunately, it can get into the very weird, super weird territory. When I mean like the super weird territory, it's basically like two consenting adults, right? It's usually the woman that does it. Guys, not so much, but there is. The best example is from the Yakuza game, if you guys played Yakuza, where basically the guys would basically put on, you know, diapers. They pretend to be babies. And then they have fully grown women basically treat them, you know, take care of them as babies, but they're fully grown men. That's basically like the weird territory of like age playing. That's the super weird, like the beyond far weird. But if you want your girlfriend to act like, you know, like in those, like, you know, in those, like those prawn movies, right? Where they have like, you know, an adult woman who looks super young. She can basically like pull off a teenager look. That's basically what it is, you know, the whole like, you know, younger girl, older guy type of situation, but she's actually in her like 20s or something. It's just that, you know, she looks really young. That's basically like the age play fetish, you know. That's basically is what it is. Is it weird? Kind of. Yeah, it's pretty weird, but like, as long as it's not the baby diaper thing, I'm okay, because the females do it and then the guys do the baby diaper age play thing, you know? So I'm just informing you guys what it is, because I want you to guys be informative. I don't want you to, you know, be like, ooh, you know, there's layers to different types of fetishes.
Even the worst part. In fact, the only reason why I mentioned this guy is because as soon as the girl turned 18 and started an OF, he was quick to mention it. He was quick to make a video about it and to celebrate that she made 5K on her first day. Like, those are the kind of people, those are the kind of weirdos who would celebrate a teen turning 18 and starting an OF. Now, I already know I'm gonna get some nerd emoji sim defenders who are gonna raid my comment section and say stupid stuff like,
leave her alone, you're just jealous that she's hustling.
Hey, first of all, let's get one thing right. She not hustling. She hoeing. I know it's only a few letters, but a few letters can make a big difference. I know it's 2025, goonerism and apparently goonicide as well are on the rise, and common sense is dwindling, but I know we can all agree here that it's never a good thing when someone who's freshly turning is starting an OF. It's not a business move, and you're not hustling. It's
a pretty dumb business move, I'll be honest with you. If that's like your only way of, like, you want to make money and that is the only way you can do or contribute, quotation marks, contribute to society, honey, I'm gonna give you something here. It's not gonna last long, because you want to know something? When you start getting older, they're gonna start leaving you, and they're gonna look for another person who is a lot younger. So once you get older, your age is gonna show. You're gonna start getting a little bit saggy, you know, get a little bit of wrinkles here and there, you know, if you don't take care of yourself. If you drink, you know, I can tell that this girl will probably drink or will smoke, you know? So apparently drinking and smoking makes you age faster. So if you start doing that, you know, they're just gonna look for someone else at the end of the day.
It's disgusting because you're not only destroying your chances at being employed in legit career fields because you'd rather be a bop instead of giving life a chance, but you're also giving all those 40-year-old creeps who literally pre-ordered you, who literally called you a kitten months before you turn 18, while you're giving them what they've been waiting for all along. And here's the thing, guys, I might be reaching here, but something tells me that rewarding stalking behavior, rewarding people who are pushing 30 or 40 years old who have been obsessed with you way before you turn with sus content and enabling their unhinged behavior, well, something tells me that nothing good ever comes out of that. But as I was saying,
Wait, what was that? Was that the misgift thing that people were telling me in chat?
enabling their unhinged behavior, well, something.
Eh, what the fuck? Yo, that's crazy to hear that. Whoa, that's crazy. I know there was some controversy or so in the older days about the TTK thing or so, right? I don't know anything about it, so you know, it is what it is. But this is pretty crazy to hear that.
Something tells me that nothing good ever comes out of that. But as I was saying, this girl didn't even give life a chance, but decided instead to start an OF minutes after turning 18 and to permanently destroy her digital.
You want to know something? This isn't even fatherless behavior, because you want to know why? I grew, you know, me and my older brother and my younger sister, we grew up without a dad, right? For most of our lives. For a good chunk of our lives, anyways. This is parentless behavior. Like, seriously, no parents whatsoever enforced her or anything like that. She got no chancla. She got no... She didn't get hit with the gancho. She didn't get hit with the belt, you know, or she didn't get hit with the wires, you know. Nothing. She got none of that. You can tell.
Digital footprint. But here's the thing, guys. I do have to give this girl some credit because her digital footprint was destroyed way before she turned 18. As a matter of fact, if you Google her name, the first thing you'll see is a picture of her literally giving her heart out to the people like Elon Musk. But how did we get here in the first place? What caused this girl to start minutes after turning 18? Online, she's known by many names. Some might recognize her by the name Being Betrayed, or Pretty and Doll-like, or by her newest name, Sickndpretty. Now, personally, I don't know about pretty, but sick is an understatement after what
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about pretty personally. She's all right, but the problem is she's wearing all that makeup, you know? I'm just not too keen on makeup heavily. Like, it's okay to put like a little bit of makeup on, right? But like using super heavy makeup, it's like the only time I can see you using like super heavy makeup is for like artists, you know, makeup artists, to do like zombies or to do a cosplay, you know, to make the character, you know, to make yourself look like almost close to the character from the anime or TV show or video game. But like normally just doing your day-to-day business and stuff like that, I just don't like the heavy makeup. I saw a Hispanic woman, like this is mostly a lot of Hispanic women that do this. They put heavy makeup. And I saw some that literally looked like a fucking clown. And it's like, bro, you don't need that much, you know?
I've learned about this girl. But here's the thing. I don't want to jump into any conclusion, but why do I have a big feeling that the reason as to why she has so many different usernames is because every time she gets in a new controversy, she probably changes her name as if she's starting a new Game Plus save file in the video game. Now, prepare the Pikachu face when I say this, but this girl's got a lot of controversies surrounding her. But let's be real for a second, guys. We all know about the golden rule here, right? I mean, whenever we're talking about scene girls, emo girls, god girls,
Thank you for the follow. Welcome.
or in her case, aliens. Because with all due disrespect, I don't know what the fuck kind of makeup that is, but 9 out of 10, when we're talking about girls who purposely makes themselves look like this, well, 9 out of 10, they probably had a troubled childhood. Or 9 out of 10, they're mentally unstable. And no, you cannot fix her. And I'm sure that all goth, emo, and scene girls will agree with this. And unfortunately for Sickndpretty, she's not only extremely mentally unstable, but she also has a very dark past. But even though she's changed her name countless times...
What did I just say? What? Please, I'll do anything. Eh.
extremely mentally unstable, but she also has a very
Eh. Oh, goodness gracious me.
dark past. But even though she's changed her name countless times, that doesn't really seem to matter because everyone seems to refer to her as Ray. Now, I don't know if Ray's her real name or if people just call her Ray because she's racist. But in order to avoid confusion with her like 50 different
That's funny.
usernames, I'm gonna be referring to her as Ray. Now, I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. As I've said earlier, this girl's got more controversies than hair on Asmongold's head. But what better way to start than to cover Ray's racism controversy? Now, I'm gonna keep it a Canadian $1.50 here. I'm not gonna LARP as some kind of moral arbiter and explain to you guys in a 20-minute segment as to why the racism equals bad, okay? I'm not here to waste your time. And believe it or not, Ray's racism controversy is just a tip of the iceberg. But what I'll say is this. When I look at these crazy unhinged pictures
What the
of
fuck?
Ray reenacting the PewDiePie bridge incident over and over again, to me, it screams being terminally online and surrounding yourself with neckbeards who make you believe that typing like this and giving your heart out to the people like Elon Musk, while those creepy neckbeards who are for some reason very interested in hanging out with a teenager, they make you believe that doing those things make you edgy, make you cool, and they make you believe that you're part of the cool kids club by acting like that. But here's the thing, guys. I don't want you to think that I've been drawing conclusions here, that I've been making assumptions. No. You're about to find out that I've been speaking facts this whole time. When you literally have videos of you crashing out on your digital footprint.
I'm not saying you are.
You're just leading me on. You're just fucking leading. Yes, you
I talk to you. I told you I have no interest in you romantically right now.
And what the fuck is this guy talking like corpse husband? I don't want you to think I want a romantic relationship. Like, yo, my bad. I'm the one who's crashing out right now.
right now. That's leading me on. If you don't want to be with me ever, then just fucking tell me that. Just fucking tell it to my face. It's not that fucking hard, is it? It isn't. It's not. You're a fucking coward. You can't just tell me what you truly fucking want. Just fucking tell me the truth. I want the truth. Are you planning on dating this girl?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just fucking love me. Just fucking love me. Please just tell her. I will find her. I will find her account and tell her everything about you. Please. I swear to God I will. I swear.
Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When you're literally crashing out on a Discord call with an online e-kitten boyfriend who thinks he's corpse husband, yo, that has to be the most terminally online
Right. Now, everybody, well, not everybody, right? A good majority of people on my YouTube side, right? Now, I'm not saying everybody. Remember, this is a saying to everybody on my YouTube community. If it does not apply, you let it slide. Repeat it after me. If it does not apply, you let it slide, okay? All right? People on my YouTube side of audiences, some of them think that I don't act, I guess, feminine, like super feminine, okay? Like I don't act like this, like these kinds of girls, you know? This kind of girl specifically, you know? The e-girl type of thing, right? I don't act that way, apparently. Apparently, I don't act like that. So some people think, there's a good majority of people who think I'm a dude, right? Or I'm some trans, or I'm a trans guy, apparently. That's one of the other things. Or I sound like, well, this was like super early. This was like way super early. This is when I was like playing Call of Duty or so. They think I was a squeaker, you know, they think I was a kid, basically, you know?
thing I've ever seen in my life. Smash like and subscribe
I'm kind of tomboyish, but not really, though.
if you agree. Yo, if you've got an
It's because, sorry for pausing too much. It's because I used to hang out with, you know, it's because I usually hang out with a lot of guys, you know, back in ye old times, you know. Ko does act like an e-girl Discord exclusive. Okay, buddy, sure, whatever. Yeah, right.
It didn't. Just remember, when you're on that Discord call with them, just remember to pee after having or you'll get an HDMI. But this video clearly shows that Ray was not only terminally online for the majority of her childhood, but that she's also mentally unstable. Because I'm gonna be real here, guys. When you're literally in a Discord call saying, please love me, to a Discord e-kitten,
Just fucking love me. Just fucking love me.
Well, in a psychosis test, you're ticking at least 30 boxes, let's be real. But Ray says being terminally online for the majority of her childhood may help to explain why she's been typing like this, and why she has been acting
Whoa. Wait,
for
typing
the
like
majority
what?
of her childhood may help to explain why she's been typing like this.
Guys, I know some of you are mad I said the N-word, but at least I didn't say the hard R. At least I have some decency. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, alright then. There you go, Dubstep. Go ahead and fix her, you know. That's all you, buddy. That's all you there, man. You can go right ahead and fix her. You're the only person in chat who wants to fix her, so go ahead.
This and why she has been acting like a true gamer e-girl from the 1940s. But don't get it twisted, I'm not here condoning her clearly racist and unhinged behavior at all. But I'm here to remind all of us, and I'm sure we can all agree when I say this, that teenagers, kids, they don't start typing like this out of nowhere. 99% of the time when they start behaving like this, typing like that, it's because they haven't touched grass in at least 10 years. But in
It's people who grew up with the internet and also have certain people who they interact with that say these kinds of things to them at a super early age, which kind of warps their perspective a bit, you know? It warps their, like, reality, you know, because they get introduced to these content, like, super early.
Ray's case, like I
Okay,
said
buddy,
earlier,
sure.
terminally online doesn't quite cut it. Not only was she terminally online for most of her childhood, but I am confident when I say that as a kid, she was most definitely surrounded by weird creeps who took advantage of her. Here's the thing, guys. I wish I was just making assumptions here, but once again...
Why does that photo look so weird, dude? That shit looks creepy, dude. Like, that could literally be on a creepypasta.
I'm right on the money. Here's a totally normal Discord conversation between Ray and a grown adult. So here's Dagger, an adult who is for some reason very interested in a teenager to the point where they're having a Discord private conversation. But here he is saying, "Good girl." Yeah, let's call a teenager a good girl. That's definitely normal.
Good girl. Can I call? I want to freaking do something sauce to my own ball. Answer me, freaking not sauce, little girl. An adult is talking.
So as we can clearly see, we are definitely dealing with a full breed PDF EDP Dr. Chris Respect creature. If for some reason you have absolutely no idea as to what we just read, this Dagger guy, who is allegedly 27 years old and who allegedly slid into the
Wait, he has no job either? Wait, a 27-year-old who has no
this
job?
Dagger guy.
He's literally 27 years and has no job and lives in his adopted parents still. He has no life. Clearly him and Ray relate to each other. That's why they spoke Lamau. She's just gross.
Guy who is allegedly 27 years old and who allegedly slid into the DM.
Okay, so basically he blah 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 blah, a 15-year-old girl named blah 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 blah, redacted, and that was his first victim. He was around 18 and I have proof for all of this. I'll send when I'm home, but this docs has a lot of proof on there. And then he has been I think grooming like over 50 minors online ranging from 12 to 17.
Of multiple victims. Well, here he is back in 2024 having a sus conversation with Ray, and apparently in this conversation that was them age playing. And apparently age playing is like you're like pretending to like talk to someone who's like maybe older or younger or whatever, right? But in this case, Dagger was pretending that Ray was his underage doll. But the thing is that in 2024, when this conversation occurred, Ray actually was underage. So I don't know what kind of age playing we're doing here, because I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like age playing. That sounds like some age pretting. But really quick, in case you're wondering as to who this Dagger creep is, YouTuber Milky Cat did an amazing job exposing this Dagger weirdo. But here's an excerpt that shows that Dagger is clearly the worst of the worst and is one of the many creeps that slid into Ray's DMs when she was just a kid.
I'm just here to provide context on niche areas of the internet that everybody might not know about. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing somebody that is along the lines of Vamp Daddy Evil, who I made a video about a few days ago. This guy is allegedly a groomer. There have been multiple—
Yo, hold up a second. Is it just me or does this guy literally look like a Vampire Daddy clone? Yo, what's up with these guys who look like this and literally turn out to be degenerate PDF files?
He also was talking crap about .Ray and Vamp Daddy Evil on his TikTok, which is hypocritical, being as though he dated Ray when she was a minor. When I commented under his account using my friend's account, calling him out, he blocked me. I'm assuming he is jealous of Vamp Daddy Evil, getting attention from Ray, because allegedly Ray made Vamp Daddy Evil block Dagger on Instagram. And there are screenshots of Ray and Vamp Daddy Evil on a Discord call together.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Not only do these two creeps look like clones of one another, but they were also beefing with one another over this racist girl? Forget about Alien versus Predator. We literally have Predator versus Predator over here. But it gets even worse. So you're telling me this Vampire Daddy creep over here, who was literally calling Ray his kitten, and who was literally taking his time editing pictures of her when she was 17 onto his TikToks, well, now you're telling me that he's sliding into her DMs, getting into voice calls with her, and they're clearly so close to one another that this Dagger guy is jealous of them? Well, I think it's pretty clear that we've proven that Ray was not only terminally online during the majority of her childhood, but she was also surrounding herself with the worst of the worst. But even though those two reasons might explain or might account for how Ray became this racist, mentally unstable, unhinged kid, she's obviously not innocent in all of this. I've seen some serious lobotomized victims spewing nonsense like,
In my personal opinion, anyone who criticizes Ray and says that she doesn't deserve a platform is a disgusting human being. Ray's a mentally ill kid, and the people criticizing her are just going to make her mental health worse. All she's done is say some innocent jokes.
I'm gonna be honest here, guys. If you've got at least one IQ point, I think we can all agree here when I say that from everything we've seen so far, I think it's quite clear that having a platform in the internet has done nothing good for Ray. In fact, I would argue that it's done nothing but bad things. The only thing that being terminally online and having a social media platform has done for Ray is get her in touch with multiple groomers like Vampire Daddy or Dagger. So when I see these brain-dead individuals saying stuff like this, it reminds me of the special individuals who literally donated money to a 17-year-old kid who oofed someone with a Minecraft sword.
Because he's just a kid, and kids—
Oh yeah, honestly, this situation itself, no, this kid right here on the left or so, right? This dude right here, he should be going to jail. He took this kid's life away over something stupid. He should be going to jail. No buts, no ifs, no ands, no nothing. He killed somebody. He should be going to jail for the rest of his life. That's it. Yeah, like I don't approve someone taking someone else's life over a stupid thing, you know? It makes no sense. The whole thing or so of his family like raising money and all of this other shit, terrible. Just absolutely terrible of what his parents are doing, you know? It's not a race thing. There's no racialness needing to be happen in this case. He stabbed somebody. He should go to jail. He should get repercussions for his actions of taking someone else's son. He took someone's brother. He took someone's son. He took someone's best friend out of this world. Just send him to jail. That's it.
Can't take responsibility, you're innocent. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but when you turn 18 years old, you don't magically understand that murder is wrong, just like you don't magically understand that words have consequences. So sure, you have the right of free speech, but if you say some racist or unhinged stuff, don't be surprised if you get roasted. Now let's talk about Ray's Asian fishing controversy, which actually ties up very nicely with her racism. Now this is where things start to get hilarious. Not only was this girl throwing the Nintendo word around left and right, but she was also throwing Asian and insulting Asians. So let me get this straight.
Excuse me? Wait, hold up. Can I see that?
Left and right, but she was also throwing Asian
pretend. Because I can. You know that's offensive to real Asians such as myself.
and insulting Asians. So let me get this straight. We're dealing with someone who looks like this without makeup and who purposely makes herself look like this with makeup to
Wait. She looks like that without makeup? Hold on a second. Yo, go back. Wait. Go back. Hold on a second. You can't just show me that photo.
Let me get this straight. We're dealing with someone who looks like this.
So that's what she looks like.
This without makeup and who purposely makes herself look like this with makeup to the point where the majority of people on the internet is calling her out for Asian fishing, but she's also out there saying that she hates Asians. What, is she mentally challenged? Don't answer that question. We already knew the answer. What I find funny about this whole thing is not only the fact that she's out there hating on Asians, being racist towards Asians despite Asian fishing, but it's also the fact that nobody would care as much about her potentially Asian fishing if she didn't get exposed for being racist and saying all that unhinged stuff. Now, this might be a hot take, but this is my opinion when it comes to Asian fishing, or any kind of fishing for that matter. I feel like we need to be careful when it comes to labeling something as Asian fishing, black fishing, because where do we draw the line? Do we start screaming, "You're appropriating my culture," as soon as a white person wears a kimono, for example? Because to me, that screams care and energy. And if you actually go to Japan, you'll actually see a lot of tourists, a lot of foreigners wearing kimonos. And I promise you, nobody cares. No one's getting triggered over there with blue hair. As a matter of fact, I genuinely feel like most people who get triggered over cultural appropriation are random Karens who are not even part of the culture. Smash like if you agree. And I'm not just speaking out of my bum that's probably filled with dookie right now. No, there's literally a video of someone proving that fact and showing that random Karens who get triggered for Mexicans.
You sort of have to understand where all of this comes from for it to not be cultural appropriation.
It's not a cultural appropriation. You're Asian, you're not Hispanic, you look Asian. You're not Hispanic. You don't speak for us. Anyone can wear a poncho and a sombrero and a mustache, and we don't find it offensive. All right? It's not that deep, bro. All right?
Whereas actual Mexicans messed with his fit.
Do you like my costume?
Yes.
Does it offend you?
¿Es ofensivo?
No.
No, nothing.
I think
See?
it all boils
Told
down to
you.
this simple fact. If you're respectful about a culture, then go ahead. But because this girl was saying all that messed up stuff, people just didn't mess with her. But I don't want to spend too much time with this Asian fishing controversy because from here on out, it gets way sadder and way more disgusting. Even though we've provided valid reasons that might explain how Ray became this mentally unstable, edgy kid, I don't think those reasons are enough to understand why she made an OF minutes after turning 18. Sure, you can make the argument that her digital footprint was destroyed.
If someone were to start wearing a dhoti and speak a crappy Indian accent, I wouldn't be offended. I find it absolutely hilarious. Like, I don't really, like, for me personally, right? You know, because I'm mixed race, right? So I have, like, almost a piece, not like a piece of every culture, but like a piece of, like, my culture or so, right? I don't really find it offensive whatsoever. You know, if I see a white guy or so, you know, I always make fun of white guys or so, or like white people in general when they say tortillas, but they say it in English. They say tortillas. I'm always like making fun of them because I always find it hilarious. Like, it's not offensive whatsoever. I just find it pretty fucking hilarious. They just call it, "Oh yeah, I want to order tortillas," and I'm just like, "It's tortillas, tortillas." I just personally just find it funny. Personally, I don't know. I just find it hilarious. I find it's always people that are not from the native land complaining about culture vulture. Yep. It's always those people who are literally not from our country or so that literally are offended by it, you know, or basically like some, because I know there are some people who were born in America, right, but their parents didn't really teach them the value of their culture. Instead, they've been like kind of like sucked into the American culture, and unfortunately they find the shit offensive, even though some of them are part, you know, there are part Hispanic, but they're not Hispanic. They're white Hispanic, as in like American Hispanic, you know. They're American first, Hispanic afterwards, you know. I'm Hispanic first, and then Asian, and then now American afterwards, you know. That's how I am personally. So that's I don't know. It's just like they get offended for no apparent reason. I'm like, shut up. Just shut up. All right? No one cares about your opinion. You're just getting angry. Okay? Other cultures from that specific region, they don't care. Okay? I'm just saying.
Way before she turned 18, so she probably said screw it and started an OF because she had nothing to lose. But unfortunately, it's not that simple. Now, technically, it's not an OF, but a fansly, but if you go look at her Twitter, it may as well be an OF. But what if I told you that she started selling sus content way before she turned 18? Which might actually explain why starting an OF instantly after turning 18 was no big deal for her.
That's right, guy.
Wait, so she started OF stuff before she was 18? Oh god.
As a teenager, Ray was an avid Roblox player and an avid Roblox trader, if you know what I mean. Now, the fact that these disgusting activities happen on Roblox doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, first of all, it doesn't help one bit that we see so many Roblox YouTubers get exposed for being predators. And secondly, if you watch YouTubers who catch pedophiles for a living, you'll see that a lot of the pedophiles who get caught try to riz kids on Roblox.
I don't want to go to prison. Come on, please.
You're not even crying. There's no tears.
Average Roblox player. And this is the thing. When we see sus content like this spread within Roblox, are we even surprised that Roblox is filled with 30-year-old, 40-year-old weirdos? Oh, by the way, don't ask me how I found this picture. But this goes back to what I was saying about how the internet had zero benefits in Ray's life. Just thinking about the fact that Ray was probably sharing weird stuff to 30-year-olds daggers or vampire daddies out there in Roblox, it's disgusting. It's sad. But like I was saying, not only was she playing and trading sus pictures of herself on Roblox at such a young age, but she also had a platform back then where she marketed herself as a Roblox e-girl. Which obviously means that not only were 30-year-old, 40-year-old creeps following her on social media back then, but she also had a lot of kid followers. And when you're literally out there reposting on TikTok videos of animals getting cooked in Minecraft, and when you're literally on Discord normalizing animals getting TNT'd in Minecraft, I don't know, I don't think that's the kind of things that kids who follow you should be seeing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys, but when a kid is laughing about animals getting TNT'd in Minecraft and being potentially 50 vampire daddies out there at least, I think it's fair to say that she shouldn't have a platform on any social media platform. And when I see those stupid comments saying stuff like, she's just a mentally ill kid, leave her alone or you're gonna make her mental illness worse. Are you kidding me? That's even more of a reason to not have a platform in the internet. Yep. And it gets even sadder and worse because when you're out there normalizing and when you're out there expressing your support for pedophiles, well, I think we can all agree when I say that the internet is the last place you should be on. And honestly, at this point, I'm not even surprised that she's expressing her support for pedophiles. Bruh, her first boyfriend was probably a pedophile. But I want to finish this video by saying that no one is innocent in this whole story. Not even Ray. But even though we all agree that her racist, disgusting behavior, her support for animal getting TNT'd in Minecraft, her literally selling cheese pizza on Roblox, and her normalizing to her kid audience, I know we can all agree when I say that no kid whatsoever deserves to have a childhood as messed up as hers.
Yep. Great video. Great video. I love Darth Vader. Great channel, dude. Great fucking channel, honestly. It keeps me informed on a lot of the e-girls. Basically like just crazy women on the internet, you know? Man, dude, like I said multiple times, you know, I'll say this again to my YouTube audience. Do you want me to act like that? Like every other girl on the internet? If you want me to act like that, I will fucking do it. I will torture my YouTube audience, all right? I will torture my YouTube audience so they understand that women are not all the same. We're all different, okay? All right? Not Delulu is not this so Lulu. It's fine. Torture the frogs. As long as Twitch is saying she will do it for a price, which is your sanity. Hey, man. From time to time, I do get the comment sections or so that'd be like, oh, this person's a guy, this person's a guy, this person's a trap, this person's a trans, this person this, this person that person this. And I'm like, hey, man, if you want me to act like this as these other girls, like this girl here on the right or this girl here, let me just remind my Twitch, not my Twitch, but my YouTube audience. Let me just remind my YouTube audiences if they want me to act a certain way here. I am going to literally torture my audience right now on YouTube right now. Here you go. This is for my YouTube audiences right here. This is for you guys. Let me just remind my YouTube audiences every single time. If I see another comment section of that, I'm just gonna pop this video every single time in a reaction so that my YouTube audiences should know. If you say it again, I will torture everybody.
Really feels like life is just a tornado and baby I'm just this how. Baby girl, can you stop crying? Baby girl is like women are getting way.
So, let me remind you again, YouTube audiences. If I see it one more time in my goddamn comment section, I will play this for 24 hours on a YouTube video so you guys can completely understand, all right? Anyways, jokes aside, anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Do it right now. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no. At the end of the day, all girls act different, okay? I have some female audiences too in my comment sections. Some of them are pretty older. My relatively the spectrum or so of like the age range or so is a lot of older people. So I get a lot of people in their 30s who watch my content, which is kind of like, you know, that's specifically the YouTube audience that I usually want to cater, or my crowd, the one that I want to target the most is usually the 30 age, you know? Guys, we have to go to YouTube now and comment. You know what to do. YouTube, you smell. Not any girl to do better, Co. Your mom does better. Say goodbye to the YouTube fries. Goodbye. Thank you for thank you for coming by. You know, good video, great video. Honestly, well, that's the end of the video. And I'm watching you, YouTube comment section. I'm watching you. That's the end of the video. And peace.